Could fascism come to the United States? You know, I have been and will continue to remain fairly reluctant, very reluctant, to use the F word, fascism, to describe anybody in the United States of America. It's just, it doesn't mean much anymore. It's just a nasty word you say to people. And historically, though, you know, people have differed on what the definition of fascism is, but one of the most accepted definitions is it's a combination of an extreme authoritarian bent, a cult of the personality directed toward the leader, and a merging of corporate group interests, religious leadership that's tied into that, and the state. Now, with all that in mind, I'm going to ask you, the listener, a question. Have you heard of the USA Freedom Girls? These are a group of young girls dressed in red, white, and blue, and by young, I mean very young, 12-ish and so on, who are singing for Donald Trump at his rallies. They have a little song they sing for him. Brad, let's hear a little bit of the Donald Trump Freedom song.
Cowardice. Are you serious?
Apologies for freedom.
I can't handle this.
When freedom brings,
answer the call.
On your feet,
stand up tall.
Freedom's on our shoulders.
USA.
Enemies of freedom. Face the music.
Come on, boys, take them down.
President Donald Trump knows how to make America great. Deal from strength or get crushed every time.
Okay, let's pause it there. But I forgot the other great definition of fascism. The other element of fascism, as it is traditionally defined, is in fact a kind of state worship, a worship of the state combined with the worship of the all-powerful leader. Hey, Brad, why don't you play that other clip we've got? Kind of hard to make out, but this is 150,000 children in a stadium singing songs of praises to Kim Jong-un. And why don't you play the third one we've got, too, while we're at it? Okay, I mean, I think you get the gist of where we're going here. And by the way, the first one, the Donald Trump song we played, that's not a parody. That's not a satire. That's actually what's being sung at Donald Trump rallies. In other Donald Trump news, the white supremacist group known as, the leader's name is William Daniel Johnson. The group is called the American Freedom Party, has officially endorsed Donald Trump. Now, Johnson, who's the chairman of the party, says that they're going to set up robocalls on Trump's behalf. He has, at one point in his life, proposed an amendment to the Constitution saying no person shall be a citizen of the United States unless he is a non-Hispanic white of European race. He says, quote, "I strongly want a white ethno-state, a country made up only of white people." Now, look, when people like this support Donald Trump, I'm not saying that Donald Trump says that he only wants a white ethno-state made up only of white people, but he's certainly drawing that kind of support, and that doesn't come out of nowhere. And the symbolism of having these groups, these young girls stomp their feet and sing cowardice and say President Donald Trump will make America great again. There's a historical pattern for all this stuff. You know, the old "it can't happen here." The philosopher Hannah Arendt used the phrase "the banality of evil." You know, when something big and bad happens to this country, it's not going to sound foreign. It's not going to look like something that happened somewhere else in the world. It's not going to look like North Korea. It's not going to look like Germany. It's going to look like America. People have been making that point in this country for years. So, again, I will not use the F word, but I will say concern is called for. real concern is called for, and we should make sure that the Republican Party rejects all of its candidates who give in to fear and hatred, and that it has no place in our public political discourse